The screen stole your sleep, and your body is paying the bill. You picked up your phone to check one thing, and then the news was there, and the group chat, the multiple group chats, and the bill reminder, and the social media post from someone who appears to have it all together while you are lying in the dark, trying to figure it all out at the same time. How to stretch in places that were not meant for you to stretch. And now it's 1:30 a.m. and you and I are wide awake. And here's what nobody is telling us about that moment. We are not weak. We are not undisciplined. We are human beings who were miraculously created. And our nervous system is part of that. And it is responding to a genuinely overwhelming amount of simultaneous dynamic weight, financial pressure, digital noise, the state of the world, and the screen just happened to be the place where all of it converged that night or last night, especially for me. The detox we are talking about this week is way bigger than your phone. It is a detox from PPT, from every person, every place, everything that has been prioritizing itself over your sleep, your health, that is ultimately your wealth, and your peace. And today we are building the framework to take it back. Hey y'all, I'm Madison Simone Chase, also known as Miss Chase. I was raised by an incredible single mom who is my biggest fan and my best friend forever, for real. I'm also a celebrity certified personal trainer, fitness and wellness expert, and sports and entertainment media host, born in Fort Worth, Texas, raised in Dallas, built in Los Angeles. I trained at Juilliard School of American Ballet, becoming the world's only three-time ESPN Miss Fitness champion, appearing in more than 450 fitness DVDs, and the first of those 450 was led by celebrity trainer and the GOAT, Gunnar Peterson, who is known for training the Kardashian family. As a certified celebrity personal trainer myself, some of my most notable clients include Robert Pattinson of Twilight and Batman, Chris Tucker of Rush Hour, and Amber Riley of Glee. As a sports and entertainment media host, some of my favorite red carpet moments include chatting with Richard Branson, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Viola Davis, Emma Stone, Tyler Perry, Justin Baldoni, Issa Rae, and Tiana Taylor, to name a few. I share my accomplishments to honor the millions of sacrifices my mom planted so that I could blossom and flourish into the woman I'm still becoming. So, if you're listening and watching, pull up a digital chair, grab yourself a cup of hot or cold herbal tea, and welcome to my cozy home of Cut to the Chase at 8, a 15-minute micro-learning moment for macro living. And I am so overjoyed that you are here, because this is where we explore and lean into life with our lived experiences, yours and mine, where we invite lots of grace in this space because we are living in some interesting times. We chat all about spirit, mind, and body health, that is ultimately our wealth, and microdoses for macro living. So make sure you join me twice daily for just 15 minutes at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. That is my goal, but today, it has been a journey with Buzzsprout. But here we are. It is much later than 8 a.m. this morning. So this is an afternoon episode, because this is my goal is for it to be your 15-minute chance for your daily pause, for a cause for clarity, wellness, grace, and intentional decision making, and giving yourself grace, because how we start our day and how we end it matters. Each episode, my offer to you is 3 keys and 1 question to sit with. Something practical, something grounded, and something you could hopefully carry with you. Wherever you're listening from, turn it up and tune in. And if anything you hear today pricks your heart or lights a spark, I'd love for you to subscribe, share this with someone you care about, and please leave a comment so that this becomes a dialogue and not just a monologue. And please leave a 5-star rating. Let's start with a breath together. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's lean into today's episode of Cut to the Chase today. Let's cut the noise. Let's get clear. Let's get ready, set, and go and grow and be great. The title for today's episode is The Screen Stole Your Sleep and Your Body is Still Paying the Bill. We are doing this series of detoxing and digital detoxing. And before we get into today's three keys, I want to be honest with you about something. I have been a new entrepreneur. I've always been an entrepreneur, but since no longer working in corporate America and trying to see what that looks like in this season of my life, getting 1 to 2 hours of sleep and calling it a season or calling it like, oh, it's just tonight, and telling myself that my vision required it, or what it actually was my nervous system is so overloaded by digital demands, financial pressure, and the weight of building something real that rest felt impossible. I wore the exhaustion like proof I was serious and my body is paying for it. Whether you're a stay-at-home mom whose phone turns into everyone's emergency before your eyes are fully open, a high-performing executive who cannot remember the last time they truly powered down, a retiree still running a corporate pace for a job that no longer exists, and still trying to find meaning as a seasoned saint, or someone carrying the real weight of financial stress that does not resolve with a good night's sleep because the pressure is still there in the morning. This episode is for your body, and it's long overdue, for myself included. Which brings me to key number one. Your nervous system is not broken, it's overwhelmed. And here's what actually is happening when we lie down and cannot sleep. Every notification, every late night scroll, every unresolved financial worry, every heavy cycle of news, it's sending a signal to your nervous system that something requires your attention right now. And your body responds the same way it would to any threat. It floods you with cortisol, suppresses the melatonin you need to sleep, and keeps you in a state of low-grade alert long after you put the phone down. And we're not even adding hormonal imbalance or vitamin D inefficiencies, because this is not a willpower problem. This is philosophy. And it is made worse by the fact that for many of us, including myself, especially in communities that have been navigating systemic pressure, financial instability, in a world that has never felt entirely safe, that cortisol response was already running before the phone ever entered the picture. And the screen amplifies what is already there. And I love to use the word grace because sometimes, because we see through the lens of where our financial prowess may be, or our financial success may be, sometimes it's hard to give people grace because we see through the lens that is our introspective and our experience. So your exhaustion is a natural response to an irrational amount of weight. The first step in this detox is simply giving yourself the grace to name that, and to name it without shame, and to name it without judgment, and to name it without calling it weakness. Which brings me to key number two. So what you and I consume before sleep becomes what your body processes all night. And most of us have never been taught that the hour before sleep is some of the most consequential real estate in our entire days. So what we put into our body and our mind in that window, the content we consume, the food and drink we choose, the energy we expose ourselves, the PPT, the people, places, and things, becomes the last data your brain processes before it goes to work overnight. And your brain works all night, whether we are conscious of it or not. In that final hour, our cortisol spiking news scroll, a stress-inducing email thread, or a processed snack loaded with chemicals your body has to work overtime to filter. Your system is processing threat and toxicity all night instead of restoration. I've been plant based for 11 years, and one of the things I am most conscious of is what I put in and or on my body in the hours before sleep. And sometimes I don't do it perfectly. A tool I personally use and trust is the Yucca app. It scans your food, drinks, and personal care products and shows you exactly what's in them, including ingredients that disrupt hormones and interfere with sleep. So, my suggestion is start there. Know what you are consuming. Your pre sleep hour is a ritual or a habit that needs to be gently done. And whether we treat it like one or not is our responsibility. And the question is whether or not this sleep routine that restores you, or is your sleep routine depleting you? Which brings me to key number 3. Rest is not a reward. It is the work for our temples. And we've been conditioned by hustle culture, which I cannot, I don't like that word, by people pleasing, by the digital world's 24-hour demand on our attention, to treat rest as something we earn after we have done enough. But here's the truth your body has been trying to tell you and scream at you: rest is not the reward at the end of the workday. Rest is what makes the work possible, because a depleted brain makes worse decisions. It's more reactive, it's more anxious, it's more fearful, it's less creative, and it's less able to solve the very problems, financial, relational, professional, that keep us awake in the first place. The entrepreneur who protects 7 to 8 hours is not being indulgent. They are making a strategic investment in the version of themselves that their vision actually requires. The mom who takes the screen free morning is not being selfish. She is filling her temple and vessel that she pours from every single day. The Digital Detox asks one fundamental question about your relationship with rest. Are you and I treating it like a priority or like a consolation prize that we get when everything is done? Because if it's the latter, it's never going to come. There will always be one more thing. The screen will always have one more thing for you to do. So decide tonight that rest is the work, and then protect it like it is. So, what is one PPT, one person, place, or thing that you've been allowing to steal your sleep? And then, what is that one boundary that you're willing to set tonight to take it back? Not a perfect answer, but I want you to imperfectly create an answer. Not a complete overhaul, just one honest look and one willing step, and sit with that today. So before you go, I just want to say thank you from the bottom and top of my heart. It truly has been an honor and a pleasure sharing this time with you. And thank you for continuing to give yourself grace in this space with me today. I'm genuinely thankful you chose to step into this cozy digital home with me. Before you head out, let's quickly revisit our 3 keys and one reflection question from today's episode. Key number 1, your nervous system is not broken, it's overwhelmed. And tonight, name the one thing weighing on it most. Key number 2, what you consume before sleep becomes what your body processes all night. Replace your last 30 minutes of screen time with one nourishing input. Key number 3, rest is not a reward, it is the work. And set one screen boundary tonight and honor it. And our question to sit with: what is one PPT, people, place, or thing that you've been allowing to steal your sleep? And what is the one boundary that you're willing to set tonight to take it back? If today's episode offered you clarity, insight, or even a pause for a cause you didn't know you needed, if there's anything that pricked your heart or lit a spark, I'd love for you to subscribe, share this with someone you care about, leave a comment so this is a dialogue and not a monologue, and a 5-star rating. It helps this space grow and reach the people who need it most. And before we close, I want to extend a gentle invitation Because if you've been listening consistently, reflecting, or feeling called to move beyond just healing into a community connection and intentional growth, I would love for you to consider becoming a Cut to the Chase at 8 Circle founding member. This is a foundational community for those who want to build, grow, and heal together, intentionally, honestly, and in rhythm. You could support at the $3, $5, $8, or $10 a month level. And every contribution matters and every member belongs. So thank you for joining me here twice a day for our 15-minute microdose for macro living. Let's close with one breath together. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m., hopefully, and again at 8 p.m. Central. This is Cut to the Chase at 8 with me, Madison Simone Chase. Start and end your day with intention and grace. And we are ready, set, let's grow and go. Let's be clear and let's be great. Blessings to you and yours until tomorrow.